Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today it is Monday, and I'm going to be working on my calendar pages, my last week's calendar. I haven't decided what I want to do with that yet because I don't necessarily think I want a journal card with Valentine's Day, so I'll get back to that one. But I have set up and pre-cut out some of the other pages and things ready to go. So I'm going to be using, if you saw my last video, my current obsession, which I loved making these, are from Leanna Scraps. I'll link her digital kits in the description. Not affiliated with her. I think this is just a great find, just to be able to make a whole bunch of stuff with it. Fun, backgroundy kind of designs that I've used and glued onto my comic book boards. But that's all in, I'll put that video, it's yesterday's video or a couple days video ago. I'll put a link in there also for that, but I'm going to use these. But first off, I want to address something that I promised to a subscriber. These are doilies that I hauled in my last Temu haul. They are 3.5 inch doilies. So they were nice and tiny. I liked them. They were, yeah, 3.5 inches. I forget how many are in here, like 100? Yeah, 100 of them. And she wanted to know if they would die, because she had ones that did not die very well. So I just come to show that they do die. And like anything that you dye, you're going to get shades of it. But what I did find out is, and it's hard to tell, very hard to tell in a picture, but it has the side that you would like put your, say, cupcake on, is a bit smooth, kind of glossy feeling. So what I found is, like what I normally do when I dye stuff is I'll just take a pile and stick it in the dye and flip and let it just kind of soak into it. But since it was kind of coated a little bit, they weren't dyeing as well. You can see that is just slightly dyed. This one was kind of stuck in the middle, so it didn't get as much dye. So what I would do what I noticed as I was happening is I tried to start peeling them apart. But as they're wet, this little bit of this lacy part is a little more delicate to peel apart than big sheets of paper. So it was hard to peel them apart, so I got stuck with some that were stuck in the middle that never really got dyed very well. But obviously there are ones that you can see how really, like this one was stuck to the back of something. So that side got nothing, but that side got stuff. So a lot of them, once I started peeling them apart, worked fine. You can tell something was stuck to that. It might even be another piece of doily because it is blatantly white. And you can tell this one kind of got ripped as I tried to peel it apart. So what I'm trying to say is if you get the doilies on Temu, they will die. But I would take and put them into the coffee, tea, dye, bath, avocado, whichever you're doing, one at a time. I would pull them apart while they're dry and put in one at a time to dye, and I think you're going to get the best results for them. Now, I don't like to dye stuff for too long. I don't let them soak for hours. It literally was probably in there for just a couple minutes. I did oven dry them on low. I started at 250, and once the stove got hot, I lowered it down to 200. So while I was doing my bath of these, I figured I got a whole thing of coffee. And by the way, I use the instant coffee from the dollar store. So I get a whole bunch. I just throw a bunch in there. I don't measure it. I'm a wing it kind of girl. But yeah, so those are the doilies. But what I did was other stuff in there too while I was dyeing it. So I took some regular, and of course it's sealed. Is it sealed? Oh, it's coming apart. Oh, it's sort of sealed. Yeah. I took the brand new with the security envelopes and dyed a bunch of these. These were interesting to dye because they the water would get inside, and I'd have to try to drain it out. But I got some fun ones. That one didn't close. Sort of dyed in the center, but I figured I'd give it a shot on some of those. That one came out nice and dark. And if I want to open it, I pretty much just have to cut the edge off and be able to open it. But I did a few of those. So the new security envelopes dyed just fine. And then I did some, these were under my drip pans. because I put them on cookie sheets, and then cookie sheets, and then I put the wire racks on top, the drying racks, that I could put the paper on top, and it would, as I would bring the paper over, it dripped. So these were the ones that were underneath, which I thought came out pretty cool. Very abstracting. This one, not so much. I think these are under the doilies, so not so much. I might go back and dye those again. But I definitely got a whole bunch of range of colors. This one was flipped up. You can see sort of the lines where the drying racks were for things, but just a whole variety of stuff. Now the other thing I did was I had a small pile left of my copy paper, which is thinner, the 24 pound. But then I also had some of my, this one I could tell is the 24 pound. But then I also had some of my thicker stuff that I do my digitals on, which is 28. I don't know if I would go in coffee dye 28 anymore. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with them and actually, fold and use them. But they just seemed, this is the 28. It just seemed a little too thick for it. It took the coffee, but I don't know. I definitely like I've usually done the thinner copy paper, but I just had just a small stack of about 10 pieces of paper left. So I just used the rest of that and took the rest of the thicker stuff. So yeah, so I got a bunch of tie dyeing, coffee dyeing done. Saturday I did it. So yeah, so I just wanted to show that and show the subscriber who had a question about it that yes, Temu doilies will dye. Okay. All right, so put this stuff away. And I think I'm gonna keep the doilies out because I think I might use a few for my, what do you call it? Calendar pages. So, all right, so let's get started on the calendar pages. All right, so what I've decided to do is either use some doilies or some book pages or some of these receipt things that I also got in that Temu haul video. This is from my 1734 book pages that I just love to use. So I just tore out the top part, and this is the reason why I picked that book, and you'll see if you watch my book video where I hauled this. I'll link that too. I picked this book because there's a lot of these headers throughout the chapters, so I thought this was very cool, and I was right. It came out very cool for that. So I was thinking about doing that, to put that on there, and maybe a little bit of old tape, and that's pretty much it. And it looks like I did not. I was thinking all day, and you think my anchor would be nearby. There it is. Okay. I had inked all of them. I think I missed this one. So, all right. Well, boy, I jumped right in that. How is your day going today? Hopefully well. Like I said, it is Monday, and it is actual Monday for me. So, I was thinking about doing this yesterday, but I actually kind of had not a total mishap, but kind of a mishap with my computer. Let's see. It was, I don't know, could have been my fault, not my fault. I don't know. I'm sure it was my fault at some point, but at some point my settings for my phone and my computer got set up so that it would link the photos together to the iCloud. And thousands of photos, as we all do. Oh, I don't want to go this way. Usually I keep all my photos on my iPad because it has more storage, it's bigger. And I would take the photos off of my phone because of doing the videos. I had a couple times where it would stop doing the video because it would run out of space. So I was just, I moved all my photos to the iPad and deleted everything from my iPhone. Well, Saturday night around 8:30, it backed up all my photos on my phone to the iCloud. And at that point, there was 29 photos. and photos that I didn't really care about. They were actually photos of the template templates that I just put up on Etsy. There were photos of that, like 12 of those were photos of that. So cute. So the 12 photos got saved to the iCloud and went and erased everything else. And of course I didn't notice that. And when I went to go look late Saturday on my iPad, I see there's only 29 photos because it was linked together. So I went from thousands of photos to 29. And you can't recover them. Once the iCloud says you have 29 photos, that's what you have. So I thought that I could reboot my iPad, and I backed it up till about the 9th. Because I've done that before when I erased a bunch of folders. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. Okay, so I erased a bunch of folders, and I've been able to reboot and go back. So I rebooted the 9th. I love this one. Very good. And it says syncing with iCloud as it's rebooting. And I'm like, oh, that's not what I wanted. So it came back up and still had 29 photos. So, nervous breakdown, you know, tears, crying. I mean, things lost that you can't replace. You all know that. So I remember that years ago, I had uploaded all my photos to a Flickr account. I really haven't used it. So I looked for the Flickr account and I found it. And I had 6,000 photos on there that I posted up in 2019. Oh, okay. So I was able to recover all my photos up through the end of 2019. So that was good. My son's, you know, high school graduation, college graduation, you know, baseball career pictures, all of the, you know, my vacations. Actually, I had my vacations saved somewhere else, so I had those. I didn't lose those. But Christmas photos from years, just a ton of, just, you know, as you would think, because they were dated from 2003 on Flickr to 2019 that I had uploaded pictures. So 16 years of pictures? Yeah, 16 years of pictures I was able to recover. Let me tell you, that was a tense Sunday. So, but so sadly I have lost pictures from 2020 through now. The only upside is there's not been going not a lot's been going on for the past few years. You know, pandemic, we didn't vacation, no young kids pictures kind of things, you know, none of that stuff that you normally, you know, scrapbook pictures for, things like that. Cute. I think I want to label down here. Yeah, so none of those, no major events really happened. I'm sure there was, you know, I originally, the first reason I got really kind of like upset and I was not happy was I thought I pretty much only had like 2 pictures of my dog left that I had, and they were my screensavers because they all got erased. So I thought that I'd lost all the pictures of my little Sterling, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm devastated. Because you obviously can't get that back. So when I went through, I mean, luckily, you know, he was around in 2019, so I got all of his baby pictures back, and I actually found a couple videos, which I didn't know I had. One of him barking and howling, so that was, there we go, that was emotional, to say the least. So yeah, so there was some good things about it and some bad things about it. Oh, I love it. But yeah, so that was my Sunday, was getting back photos. Well, practically, you know, past 15 years of my life. So that's why I didn't do this video on Sunday, because I was doing that. So doing it on Monday. I love these two so far. These are so cute. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Now, like I said, most of these photos are calendar pages. They start bigger, and I do cut them down to more reasonable size. So this one I shrunk down a little bit. This was the top of the page of this, went here. So I thought this was kind of cool as a kind of like a pseudo label. So I'm like, oh, you know, title pages, that would be a great label for that. So I think I'm going to do that. I don't know if I want any I don't know if I want any of this on here. I think that might be too much for the sides. I think I might just make it simple and do that. Yeah. All right, I think I'm just going to re-ink the side that I ripped just a little bit. Oh, this way. So, as I'm telling you this, run, do not walk, and find another place to back up your photos. Take the lesson from Lisa. You don't want to lose them. And I know a lot of, you know, I had thought I had backups going, and for years I had no problem with the photo staying on my iPad. But something got switched, something got changed, something made them talk to each other and hook up, as they say, and it was not a good hookup. Cute. I love it. I feel like I want something down here, but I don't know, maybe a stamp? Regular stamp? Yeah, so now I don't really have, I've saved all my photos to another disk, and I've also saved them, I've saved them in 2 places. So I don't think I'm going to have, I don't have any on my phone. I like the color. Do I like the dude? Not so much. There's lots of dudes on these pictures, isn't there? A dude and a dudette. Okay. There's a lot of dudes. All right, I guess I'm gonna keep the dude. Yeah, so find a couple places to save your photos. I mean, I kind of laugh right now. Before, you know, when we used to have real cameras and we used to print everything out and we had stacks of photos, I mean, you could only lose them if there was a flood or something. And you think now with the computers, like, so much safer, like you can save them to the cloud and you'll always have them, and they're not going to get, you know, blown away in a tornado or something. Cute. I love it. But there are definitely ways to, whoops, lose them. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, my TED Talk on photos is over. All right, so this was a full sheet of one of these. And I can't even show you what it looked like because, like, this pack of paper doesn't have duplicates. But it was a full-blown invoice. I have the other half on another one here. It was a invoice that I ended up tearing with my tear ruler, getting some rough edges for that. So I thought this one was kind of cool. Go with that. Yeah, put that on top, wrap that around. Okay. One thing I have to say, I'll say to him back with photos. It was kind of nice going through the old Flickr account that I hadn't been on in years, because there was some pictures and some things that I didn't remember. Like I was like, oh my gosh, oh now I remember that, and oh I can't believe I have, you know, photos of this. Because I would weed off of my iPad at times some photos if it would get a little crowded or busy. So the 6,000 that were on Flickr were twice as much as what I had. I think I had about 3,500 on my iPad when it got wiped clean. So there was a lot of pictures, and a lot of them were duplicates. You know, I would take my son's baseball pictures, and you know, one baseball game would have, you know, 76 pictures of him batting, and you really only need one or two. So I'm sure at some point I went through my I think one more thing down here, maybe another stamp. I would go through my pictures and weed them out for just better ones. So I definitely have lots of extra photos that I never thought I had. So that part's good. And yeah, I kind of like these dark colors here. I think I do. Okay. All right, let's just get rid of this little white edge that's extra. And ink it up. So hopefully you had a better day than I did yesterday. But all's good today. All's good. We're back to normal. Yeah, cute. Love it. Okay. All right, so we have this one, and I really haven't inked this one at all, so let's throw a little bit of ink on the edges of this. All right, so this one, I think I'm going to wrap it around to show part of it. And then I'm going to have to do another, some sort of label or stamp, or maybe, oh, let's see, do I want to do a doily with this? Some hair. Maybe I do want to do a doily, but I want a darker one. Let's see. You're pretty dark. You're really dark. I want the darker one because of the darker kind of butterflies that are there. Definitely looks old and weathered, that's for sure. Do that like that. I like that. Picked this card because it had that greenish in there too. So kind of nice to put those up like that and put that down there. Have that red tie in. Throw a little label down there. I say yes. Okay. All right, so let's get some glue on here. Oops. Okay. Okay, we'll get that glued on, and we'll figure out what I want to do with that Valentine's one. sort of brownish. Brown ruler, that could be fun. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, now for this, yeah, I think I definitely want to maybe fussy cut around there to get rid of that. So, let's see. Let's see, got those two. That one could be fun, or that one. All right, I got 4 to choose from. Yeah, 4 to choose from. So I'm gonna fussy cut this out. I'll put you on high speed so you don't have to endure me doing this. Okay, all cut out. All right, so I'm gonna just knock the white off the edges just ever so slightly with the vintage photo. Okay. Okay, between you two, I kind of like that one with the dark bottom, and we add a little bit of this. Let's do that side. That up there. All right, let's rip that just a little bit more. We're just gonna put that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Maybe put a little bit of, let's see what the doily will look like behind it. Let's see, do I have a half one here. And it kind of disappears, doesn't it? And I think, well, let's round and edge this. Always looks so much more finished when it's round and edged, doesn't it? All right, let's get these runners up to the Miss America pageant off the stage. Thanks for coming. Here's your parting gift. feel like I need something behind here, but maybe I just glue it and chop it straight, leave a little bit more room there because it's so pretty. I do have those butterflies. I bet a butterfly would look pretty on here. Oops. I got these off Amazon. They are a bit shiny, but they are really pretty. You're nice. I like the darker pink, or do I like the lighter pink? Oh, definitely the darker. Or green. Oh, definitely like the pink. Okay. They're so slippery. I haven't gotten a chance to use that very much, and as I'm doing that, I'm thinking I maybe want to do a project with those and these cards, because they definitely look cute with them. On that side, cut it off? No, I think I like this side cut off. And that side there. Okay, let's do that. Lost the glue. There's the glue. Don't want to put too much glue on that side that I'm going to cut off and get stuck with my scissors, but I'm not going to wrap it around like a book page. All right, let's trim you down and throw a little ink on you. Gonna glue you down. You around both sides. And throw the butterfly up there, down there, up there, up there. All right, the hardest part on these is to peel them off their backing, but if you peel the sticker from the backing forward, it usually works. There it is. Okay, cute. So it's a little shiny, but if it really bothers me, I do my matte gel medium to throw on there. Cute. Yeah, I like it. Okay, well, those are done. One more week in the books. I like how it's getting a little more springy. But I guess it is middle to end of February here, so we're starting to head toward the beginning of spring here. So let me show you what these look like up close and personal. All right, probably my least favorite one, but I still like it. I like how you got the grungy browns with there, and they got the hints of the pinks that pop through, the little lace on the outside, like the with that background. I still love those backgrounds. This one's very cool. I like this one with the invoice in the back. Like this almost looks like this is wrapped to this side and that's going that way. Those colors tie in great. This one came out nice, even though I got a dude. But who knows? Maybe he likes watching birds. Yeah, and the title peeking out there. Should have ripped that side a little bit, but that's okay. Yeah. And then this bird's nest, the blue like twig peeking out is very cool. Another one of the pages in there. Act 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 birds in a mob. There's 5. Look at that. All right, this one came out nice with all the colors on that duck, kind of in the background of that page. Came out very nice. And the last one with, like I said, the bit of a shiny butterfly, but I'm not mad about it. And the title of the page, very cool. All right, well, that is going to be it for me today in this week's 365 calendar. I appreciate each and every one of you stopping by. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. I will be putting the links, like I said, in the comments regarding the items that I suggested for you to check out. I do have a playlist for the 365 to see the other weeks that I've done for this. If you have any thoughts or ideas on how I can use these cards, calendar pages to make something, I'm always up for some suggestions. So that is going to be it for me today. I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.